Hey everyone, this video is about the Texas Instruments Voyage 200 and the 89 Titanium, which are essentially the same device and in different form factors. The Voyage 200 was introduced in 2002 as the successor to the TI 92 and is a large landscape format calculator that some might confuse for a PDA or small computer. And the 89 Platinum was introduced 2 years later as the successor to the venerable TI 89 graphing calculator, and they both have Motorola 68K CPUs with 188 kilobytes of RAM. The Voyage 200 has a larger 240x128 resolution display versus 160x100 on the 89 Titanium. And the other big difference, of course, is that the Voyage 200 has an integrated QWERTY keyboard, whereas the alphabet keys on the 89 Platinum are accessed through the alpha key. Both devices come with the same built-in apps, and in this video I'll focus on the Voyage 200, which has a larger screen and is a little bit easier to demo. And you can download more apps from the Texas Instruments website or ticalc.org, and they tend to be free. You can then transfer apps to your calculator via your Mac or PC with the TI Connect application. The Voyage 200 only supports a specific serial cable made by Texas Instruments, whereas the 89 Platinum supports a standard mini USB cable. But in this video I'm going to focus on 3 core apps that come pre-installed on both devices: the Home app, the Graph app, and the Program Editor. And so the Home app is where you can access traditional calculator features like evaluating arithmetic expressions, and also incorporates an easy-to-use computer algebra system, or CAS, which is based on Derive, a list-based system. So in the Home app, I can enter an expression like 2 plus 3 times 4, and I can hit enter to see the answer. And there's also many functions you can use in expressions, which are all available through the catalog key. And you can enter these in the same way you would do in BASIC. So for example, I can enter in sine of 0.5 radians and then enter to see an answer. And I can assign that result to a variable using the store key, and then I can use that variable in an expression. And in the Home app, you can also supports vector and matrix arithmetic, and these are entered using square brackets. And you can also use complex numbers using the I key. And the Home app also supports fractions. So say if I type 30 over 45, this will get simplified to 2/3, but it won't actually get converted to a decimal number. But if I do want to see the decimal, I can hit the green evaluate key and then enter. And this is quite a nice feature. So the Home app can also handle algebraic expressions. So if I type in x squared and enter, it just gets evaluated as itself. And this is where the CAS features come in. So the CAS features are made available as functions in the same way as arithmetic functions. So if I wanted to, say, differentiate x squared, I can access the differentiate function quickly through the F3 key. And then I can enter that in and differentiate in terms of x, and I get my answer. And you can also solve equations, find limits, and many other CAS features. And the CAS features, again, are really easy to use and are all accessible via the function keys. To do graphing is also really straightforward. So say to plot a hyperbolic sine, you'd enter that formula in the y equals menu. Then to define the window you want to graph over and then hit the graph key. And so both these devices are programmable using TI Basic through the program editor. This is an example of a basic program to draw the Sipinski triangle, which is a simple fractal. And the algorithm is really quite elegant. It defines 3 corners of a triangle and a point somewhere in between these corners. And after that there's a loop which calculates the midpoint between the current point P and a random corner. And then that point is plotted. So to run the code, you can switch back to the home app and just type in the function name. It's also possible to program these devices using 68K assembler, and there are a lot of examples on ticalc.org. So these were clearly devices aimed at STEM students who wanted to explore mathematics and algebra. The Voyage 200 was discontinued in around 2005, and it was never permitted in exams because it had a full QWERTY-style keyboard. But it is quite an elegant and innovative device for its time. The 89 Platinum was discontinued in 2018 and has now been superseded by the Inspire series of graphing calculators. But I think these devices are notable, especially because of their hackability. In particular, they're a great way to play with the classic Motorola 60K instruction set that powered the Atari ST, the Commodore Amiga, and some early Macintoshes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful.